What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Married to Reality. I'm your co-host, John, here with my wife and co-host. She would never combine red and baby blue. She's not a monster. It's the one and only Teresa.
That's very true. And hello, everyone. How's everyone doing?
I'm doing so good because you would never combine red and baby blue.
Who combines red and baby blue?
That's absolutely a ridiculous color combination.
Horrible.
Oh my gosh. I'm glad we stick to the basics over here.
Yeah, I'm not surprised looking at Gino's outfit.
There was a lot of red and blue in this episode.
More red.
More red.
More red.
It was Jasmine seeing red was the most red in this episode.
Also, all the red flags.
All the red flags. Yeah. Red on red on red. But how dare you combine those two colors?
Horrible. Ugh, Gino, just go back to Michigan.
Nightmarish. Red and baby blue pills. Although, yeah, those blue pills are baby blue pills.
Ooh.
Because they would lead to a baby.
We're going a little deep into this.
Yeah, so is Gino.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, guys,
we'll get there.
What's up? Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. If you guys want to follow us on social media, you should do it. A lot of you guys are doing it. Some of you are not, but you should.
Yeah.
And you can follow us at Married to Reality Pod on Instagram.
It's a lot of fun. You guys message us, and we love it. We try to post memes, but we post updates, and we post all kinds of stuff. We share when you guys wear our merch. We love showing that off. So please keep tagging us.
There was definitely some memeable moments this episode. So
we'll get to that.
I think we got to come up with some. We're covering 1,900 shows right now, and so the memes are sort of on the back burner. But I saw a couple things this episode.
Me too. Yeah,
that we should absolutely meme. So if and when we do meme, it'll be at Married to Reality Pod on Instagram. The Facebook is back, so come on over there. Just search Married to Reality.
And the merch store. I mean, okay, that's marriedtorealitypodcast.com. Click the button for the store. Yes, and guys, again, if you buy anything, take a photo and share it with us, and we'll share it with everyone else because we love seeing that.
If you allow us to. We're not just going to
ask.
We're not going to just automatically share you.
We're so polite. We always ask.
Always ask for permission. So that's Instagram. Also, make sure you guys are following us wherever you're listening to us, whether it's Apple, Spotify, TuneIn. It doesn't matter. It's so easy to follow the podcast. Just look down and smash that follow button.
Guys, smash it like it's as hot as the new couple.
Woo!
Finally.
Fired up over that new couple.
I'm so into this. Like, he is out of control.
I love a good catfish.
Ooh, I love everything about this guy. Not personally, just to hear about it.
He's a handsome man.
Man, I wouldn't go that far.
He's a handsome man in his 50s.
He's got some fifth packs, sixth pack.
Fifth packs.
I hope you'll have a fifth pack in your 50s.
I'll settle for a 2-pack at this point. But yeah, he's fit. We'll get into him in a little bit. But yeah, smash it like it's super duper hot. Also, if you're on Apple Podcasts, press that plus sign button.
Ooh.
Okay. And last but not least, if you haven't left a review, please do. It means the world to us when you do it. It helps the podcast. It lets us know what you guys are thinking. So if you haven't left a review, please do.
Yeah, we love it. We love it. Please do it, guys, because that usually makes not just our days, it makes our weeks.
It has the potential to make the week.
And as John said, we cover about 5,900 podcasts.
It's growing.
The fact that you take a moment, you write what you think, you support us, you show us your love, there is nothing else you can do for us that can support us more.
Exactly. And speaking of reviews, speaking of amazing reviews, I got one I'd love to read. It comes to us from our friend, Scintillator 2004.
Hello.
Okay, a.k.a. Essie. Essie is her name. 5 stars, titled Dynamic Duo.
Love it already.
That's you and I, the dynamic.
Ooh, dynamic.
Okay. I love this couple. As a tried and true 90 Day Fiancé fan, I was delighted to hear them make a guest appearance on Pink Shade. Shout out to Pink Shade.
Shout out to Pink Shade.
Shout out to Mary Payne and Aaron. Been listening to them ever since. John is hilarious. Okay. Teresa is the yin to John's yang.
What?
They cheer me up every time. Can't wait to hear more from this amazing couple. Signed, Essie.
I love it.
Woo!
John is going to get that tattooed on his boobs because he's hilarious.
Just because I don't have a six-pack, it doesn't mean I have boobs. Come on
like
here.
Chest.
Yeah, my chesticles.
Guys, he does not have
I have
boobs.
pecs. Strong pecs.
Sure.
Okay, well, soon I will. I'm back in the gym.
Two-pack,
I'm working
maybe.
I'm working on it. Okay. Thank you, Essie.
Thank you so much.
Super sweet. So thank you for listening and thank you for that review. All right. Before we get into the episode, what about a little 90-day by the way?
Always love to hear something new.
Couple quickies here. Starting with, I don't know why that's funny.
Quickies?
Well, like, not Hamza quickie. Just
okay.
Just, these aren't
Glad you clarified.
I'm not going to go on for days about these. I'm more going to share some information that you can go check out yourself if you'd like. Okay?
That's what these by the ways are for.
Number one, and this is a big one, at least for a Silva junkie like myself, a Silva stan like myself. This is some big news.
All right.
If you're not familiar, there's a podcast. It's called Reality Life with Kate Casey. It's a pretty big reality TV podcast. They don't do recaps. It's interviews, and she gets some good ones. And this past week, Kate had on our girls, Darcy and Stacy, for a little in-depth interview with the Silva sisters. And first thing that comes up is why they chose Turkey for their mommy makeovers.
Okay.
Right? Because you're kind of wondering, why are you going to Turkey?
Yeah.
Especially in a pandemic.
I was wondering the same.
We're all wondering. Kate was wondering. She asked. Apparently, they were doing their research. They weren't settled on anywhere. They're both doing their independent research. And I guess it's twin tuition because they were both searching at the same time, but separately. And they both stumbled upon the same clinic in Turkey and sent it to one another. And it was like, what?
Oh, wow.
What? Like, that's what I found. That's what I found.
Destiny.
So it was
Manifest.
destiny. They manifested it, twin tuition, all the stuff, right? And I don't know if we knew this actually, but the doctor they chose had experience doing plastic surgery on twins.
Oh, wow.
So they felt comfortable. They knew they'd come out looking the same because that's important to them.
That's what they were going for, looking alike.
Yeah. So that was interesting to hear. Then Kate asked a little bit about Stacy's sons, if we'd ever see them on the small screen. She says maybe they're a little more private. They're busy. They're 17 and 18 years old. They're always behind the scenes, but maybe they'll make an appearance one day.
Wait a minute. Stacy's kids are older than Darcy's kids.
Yeah. Wait, didn't they get pregnant the same? No, maybe they.
I think Annika is 16 and Aspen's 15. They're definitely not 17 and 18.
They're 17 and 18. One's in college.
Stacy's kids.
Oh, yeah.
I'm saying Darcy's kids.
Yeah, they got divorced the same day or something. Maybe they didn't get pregnant the same day.
Poor Darcy. She had to watch Stacy being pregnant without being pregnant.
Oh my gosh. Where were the cameras then?
Oh my gosh.
So then this was fun. At the end, Kate goes, I love how you talk in TJ Maxx signs, right? She's like, so I want to give you hypothetical situations and you tell me what you'd say to that person.
Does she listen to our podcast?
I think we all are aware that.
Well, we are staying home goods.
Yeah. We're a little classier, Kate. So she's like, all right, someone leaving their job, what would you tell them? What would be the TJ Maxx sign? And Darcy's like, keep your eye on the prize. Keep your eye on the prize. And then Kate's like, okay, not going to a toxic Thanksgiving dinner with relatives. And Stacy's like, you do you. Keep it 100. And then the last one was getting a vaginal reconstruction surgery. What would you tell someone getting vaginal reconstruction surgery?
Keep it fresh.
Keep it tight.
Okay.
Keep it tight and right. Tight and right.
Oh my God, that's pretty good.
It was funny. So I won't reveal everything the sisters said. Check out Reality Life with Kate Casey if you want to hear it all. It was a good one. We love the sisters. We can't get enough of them.
We love the sisters.
Check it out. Okay, number 2.
Okay.
Let's stay in the podcast world. Okay, because this is so bad, it's good.
Okay.
Jesse Meester, right, of Darcy.
Jennifer.
Jennifer. He has a podcast.
What?
I don't know how I didn't know about this. It's called Life Talk with Jesse Meester.
Okay.
A solid 1.6 rating on Apple Podcasts.
Ooh, Jesse should be asking for reviews.
But asking for 5-star reviews. But don't judge a book by its rating.
I'm
because
not.
The Justin Bieber documentary that we love is like a 1-star on IMDb.
What?
Yeah.
Ugh.
I think just trolls come at it. But
We love the beeps.
This is actually deserving of a 1.6 because let me just read you some of the episode titles.
Okay.
Okay. No Nut November and Transcending Sexual Energy. Mm-hmm. Are you a morning or evening person? And Magic the Gathering and the New Creator Economy.
Okay.
Speechless.
I
right?
don't even know what to say.
It's unbelievable. One episode that caught my eye was he did an interview with Maria from Caesar and Maria.
Oh, wait. So there were the rumors a while back that the two were dating.
I'm pretty sure they were banging because this was the only episode I listened to for like 10 minutes, and they talk about how they met in Barcelona. And I didn't listen to the whole thing. I couldn't. But it's basically Jesse trying to clear Maria's name and defend Maria, saying, oh, she didn't use Caesar. Caesar's partially to blame for the whole thing.
Jesse loves the 90-day leftovers.
Yeah. Right. So it was interesting to hear that a little bit, but I don't know. I found this out and I said, I can't keep this to myself. I got to let my friends.
This is great.
I got to let my friends know that Jesse's got a podcast called Life Talk with Jesse Meister.
It's very deep.
Yeah. He does talk about Darcy a little bit in that interview with Maria, and he says he needed to get his lawyers involved to keep Darcy away from him.
Wait, but they weren't even engaged.
I know. Apparently she was so obsessed with him. She wanted to keep pursuing him. She wanted him on the show and wanted to keep that relationship going. And Jesse was like, no.
Well, there is one thing that I'm kind of surprised, and not kind of, but let's just say Jesse's only been on 90 Day with Darcy for like 2 seasons until basically now when he's there with Jennifer.
Right.
However, he has like 1.2 million followers on social media that he gained while not being on the TV.
That's
he was like
true.
in the background, like he popped here and there when he talked to Georgie or he appeared on Bear Soul for a little bit, but he wasn't actively on television until now, basically.
He's a very polarizing figure and he makes his mark.
He sure does. So good for him. The podcast doesn't sound too good.
It's ridiculous.
But somehow he makes things happen on social media. So listen, good for him.
Good for him.
Jennifer's gorgeous, I guess.
Yeah, beautiful.
I guess good for him again.
Good for him. He's doing something right.
He is. So probably not the podcast. But
No.
that's okay.
If I had to recommend one podcast to you guys out of these two, I would say Reality Life. But if you're into torturing yourself, check out Life Talks with Jesse Meister.
Why not? Give it a shot.
Give it a shot. All right. That is 90 Day by the way. How about we get into the reason we're here? Sunday night, 90 Day Fiance. Before the 90 days, 19 exclamation points.
Oh, that's for sure.
All the exclamation points. This show, this season is so good.
So good and knock it.
Okay, let's not jinx it because we've done that with this single life.
So amazing.
Yeah. Okay. So let's get into it. Let's start with Kim and Soulja Boy,
AKA Usman.
Kim is at the hotel. She's deciding which Soulja Boy shirt she's gonna wear today.
And I just died laughing.
It's like Doug Funny. I don't know if you ever saw the Doug show, the cartoon. And you open up the closet and he just has the same outfit like 7 times.
Is it like Mark Zuckerberg?
Sort of. Yeah, it's a green sweater vest and like khaki shorts or something.
I think I know.
And
I know Doug.
He wears the same thing every day. Kim's got 19 Soulja Boy t-shirts. And my only question is, do you think she had to buy his merch?
I think she definitely bought the merch because she's supporting him.
Because that's a huge tell that you're just a fan. If you are buying the merch with your own money, you're a fan. If he's giving it to you, fine. Maybe he's like, here you go. As a friend, have some merch.
Oh, she is a total fan, please. I know she
Super
hates
fan.
when someone calls her a super fan, but that's what she is.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised that she always like, oh, I have to look hot, I have to look sexy for Usman. Wear something else. Like, show your boobs.
Right. You'd think if she wants Soulja Boy to lay that pipe, she would try to sex it up. Instead, she goes with the classic USB Usman Soulja Boy tee in baby blue, and she's looking like an aging camp counselor on the blue team. Right? The only saving grace here is that she didn't match that baby blue shirt with a pair of red pants, because what kind of monster would put baby blue and red together?
Yeah, she definitely looked like she works for Usman. Not that she's there to support him.
Right. She looks like she works for Usman, not that she pays Usman.
Yeah. She sure does.
So today
this is too good.
Today's the day. It's the Zara shoot.
It's a Zara shoot.
Soulja Boy's in his room. He's getting ready with his team, and they're going with the all-black USB shirts. A bit of a uniform here.
So Kim's gonna stand out a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like field day in middle school when it's like the blue team versus the black team, and they're all wearing the same T-shirts.
You guys had to wear T-shirts?
Yeah, you had different colored teams.
What?
Oh, yeah. You didn't have field day, and
We did, but we could wear whatever our parents put on us.
No. I mean, you didn't get official tees like they have here, but you had to go in your closet and go, I'm on the orange team. Let me find something that's orange. Oh, yeah.
Never.
Oh, we took it more serious than you guys did.
Never. We just had to hold hands with a partner they put us together with, and I hated it because they never let us hold hands with our friends because we kept like chatting too much. So there was always like a guy and girl, guy and girl, guy and girl, and I freaking hated it.
What kind of events would you do for your field days?
I don't know, went to the museums, to fairs.
No, that's not a field day. We had competitions. We were doing 3-legged races.
Oh, okay. Well, I wouldn't call that a field day.
Egg on a spoon. You went on a field trip. That's what you're thinking of.
Yeah, I guess.
Field day, you go out in the yard or...
Yeah, we called it races.
Yeah, okay.
We were like racing around.
Okay, so we called it field day.
Okay.
You were racing. And then we both went on field trips. We didn't have to wear uniforms on a field trip.
I'm going to take back whatever I said. In my elementary school, we had to wear the same outfits for our gym class.
Okay, that's true too.
We had to wear, girls had to have red shorts and white shirts.
Yep.
Guys had to have blue shorts and white shirts. And all of us were wearing the same ugly sneakers.
Wait, they gave you sneakers?
No, we had to buy the same sneakers.
Ooh.
They were like these communist sneakers.
Communist
Yes. Oh, I hated everything about it. We had to wear it. That's how old I am.
The Czech wasn't communist when you were in school,
No, but
though?
we still were wearing the same outfits they wore 20 years before us.
Can we get a picture of that, please?
I think my parents have some.
We need a picture.
As I got older, when I entered middle school, then my parents could buy me whatever sneakers I wanted. And I could have worn whatever shorts I wanted.
Our friends deserve a picture of this. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's move on. They get to set. And Soulja Boy's like, one of the reasons I brought Kimberly to the shoot is to test her jealousy. Okay, this is healthy. She's like, he says there's going to be a lot of young, beautiful women on set. I want to see how she acts.
Well, also, Kim doesn't know that Zara is an actual girl in America that Usman still has feelings for. He told her that, Zara's just a common name. My favorite store.
If you want to test her jealousy, tell her who Zara is.
Literally.
Don't just bring her to set. Be like, yeah, I wrote a song for this girl named Zara. I really like her, but she couldn't deal with all the other women in my life.
But Usman tells Kim that she looks good. Kimberly looking good.
Mm-hmm.
And she's loving it. She's there to keep them organized.
Yeah, so just in hair and makeup. He's getting his hair done when the power goes out. And the stylist is like, well, he's good anyway. He looks good. He's done. And Kim jumps right into stage mom mode. She's like, no, you missed a spot. Like right here, you missed a spot. And you see that little shift in her where she becomes like a momager a little bit.
She says, if shit's gonna be like this, the boss lady Kim is gonna come out.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. So then she loses it again when they're going through wardrobe because it's just a bunch of clothing stuffed into a suitcase.
And she loses it. And she loses it on Soulja Boy's friends.
Bad Mouse and Slam T.
And they get mad. They're like, she's here to watch. What is she doing?
Yeah. And I kind of get that. I mean, they've been a team for years, I think.
Yeah.
They've been shooting videos for years. They have a system. They have a plan in place. And you have this outsider coming in trying to tell you how to do your job. Not cool.
Well, as I always say, there is a way to say things, right? You have to read the situation, and it comes to personal lives, it comes to work. She could have come and say, oh, gee, guys, like, this is a little messy. Let me help you organize this. Let me help you find something for Usman. Let's do it as a team, right? And that would have been perfectly fine. She came in like a hurricane saying, this is unacceptable. You are embarrassment for Soulja Boy. And they were like, what the fuck are you saying? You are here to watch, right?
Yeah. Don't point out problems. Create solutions.
Yes.
So it's time for the shoot. Soulja Boy, he's shirtless for the scene. He's with a model. It's getting sexy.
And Kim is watching and saying, ew, he doesn't touch me like this.
Yeah, he doesn't touch you at all.
Yeah.
What Xbox did she buy him? Right? Is there a later model that I couldn't get? What PlayStation did she get Soulja Boy?
Well, here's my question, right? Soulja Boy, he's trying to be an international superstar, right?
He is. How dare you?
All right, he is. He wants to come to the US and make it big. Hello, we do have a Soulja Boy in the US.
That's a good
We
point.
have the original Soulja Boy. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, you are 100% right.
So if he does come to the US, if he makes it to the US, he wants to be making music, he's not gonna be making music as Soulja Boy, because our Soulja Boy is gonna be like, oh, hell no.
Oh, hell no. Yeah, he's
So-
going to have to change his name.
He should probably start thinking of the rebrand if he ever wants to come west.
That's a very good point.
Right?
Yeah. So they're shooting the video, and Kimberly is on the side like Stacy when Florian is energy, get your energy up.
Manifest.
Manifest, yeah, and just going nuts. And they cut, and Soulja Boy and Kim, they go to sit down and talk, and Kim is just shitting on Soulja Boy's team the entire time. And Soulja's not happy with them either, actually. So they kind of bond over this.
And Kim basically compares him to Michael Jackson because he was a professional and a perfectionist as well.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. All right. If you think so. I mean, she's got to be a little delusional to be in this situation in the first place. So for her to say something like that, it's not too surprising.
Well, that's not the only crazy thing she said. Then she said, without me, this shit would have been a total mess.
Yeah. We don't know what she did other than yell energy a few times and complain about the way Soulja Boy packed his wardrobe. But we do see some of the footage and it looks good. And that's what I'm saying. Like all of his videos look good. She hasn't been on the set for all of them. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, it did look good. And I guess Kim was just there to stir the pot a little.
Yeah. So they load into the van. Usman goes to sleep immediately on Kim's lap. And it reminded me of when I would like leave my grandma's house when I was a kid and I would fall asleep on my mom's lap.
Your mom was sitting in the bed?
On the ride home. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I just fell asleep against the car window. But
it reminded me of me sleeping in my parents' car. But this is going to sound crazy, guys, but I didn't wear seatbelts in the car until I was like 15 or 16 when it became a thing.
Terrible.
My parents didn't wear seatbelts either. My mom did. She was the only one. My dad didn't wear seatbelts until like a few years back.
Okay. We don't recommend that here on this podcast. Put your seatbelt on.
Yeah. So I was always sleeping in the back of the car.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's seatbelt? What is it doing here?
Right.
I was all over the place.
Right. I was surprised like Kim didn't put Soulja Boy into his pajamas before they got into the van. Like
wipe his butt.
Yeah. So in the van, Kim starts apologizing for the way she acted, but Usman is being neglected, according to her. So here comes Momager, and they start yelling.
Did you say mamager?
Momager. Like she's the mom and the manager. She's the stage mom. Yeah. And they start arguing. Soulja Boy wakes up, and he's like, okay, I'm going to be honest, guys. I'm not happy about the way things went. I'm kind of pissed. We're not here on vacation. We're here to work. And so him and Kim are on the same page. This was kind of a bonding moment between the two of them.
Yeah, he's happy about Kim and how she handled things. And he feels like the relationship improved.
Yeah, so let's see how long that lasts. I mean, we know they're not going to bang, but at least maybe he'll invite Kim over to play video games, find like a 2-person game that they can both play.
Since she bought it.
Right. So let's see. He's feeling better about Kim. Let's see how long that lasts. How about we move on to our next couple?
This couple started delivering.
Memphis and Hamza, they are delivering. Who would have thought? You know, don't count them out too early, folks. They're here with some drama and some entertainment. Memphis, she's been in Tunisia for a few days now, and they're going to get a little alone time.
Well, they sit down at the restaurant or a juice bar, whatever that was. But Memphis needs to poop.
She needs to poop. Yeah, Memphis needs to go poopy.
After being with someone for 4 days, you're this old. Just go to the freaking bathroom.
Yeah, you don't need to telegraph it to the world.
But it was out of control. She's like, I need to poop. My tummy hurts. So Hamza brought her to the bathroom, sitting outside the door, listening to them. But she's like, baby, how you doing? You're done, baby?
Yeah, they're talking to each other through the door.
And
it's like you can hear she's not done.
Literally.
Hamza.
And Memphis is like, no, I'm not done. And Hamza goes like, good job.
It's so childish.
Oh my gosh.
It goes back to her babying him and talking like a baby and be like, oh, Memphis go poopy. Yeah, like potty time. Memphis needs the potty. Like, you guys don't wear diapers? I'm surprised you don't wear diapers.
They should.
You're such children.
Because when she finished, she's like, me done.
Yeah.
Who the fuck talks like that?
It was
horrible.
Very disturbing.
You want him to act mature and act his age. We're gonna get there. But you talk to him like he's a freaking baby.
Very disturbing. Very disturbing. So she finally, she waddles out and they sit down to talk. And Hamza brings up Memphis's past. He wants to know more about her childhood. And Memphis never really told Hamza about the past. No surprise there. They can't really communicate. So that's
true. I don't even think he understands fully what she's saying, because she starts telling him about like his mom had problems with drugs, but she's doing well now. Her dad, drugs too, selling drugs,
prison.
Using drugs, prison.
Did you see when she was talking about drugs, Hamza like does the, like rubs his nose?
I didn't.
He did the old universal sign for cocaine.
I don't think he does drugs. I think he smokes something, but smokes like cigars, cigarettes, hookah, yeah. I don't think he does drugs.
But he was just like, oh, like, he rubbed his nose. All right, Hamza, I see you.
But he's sad. And I'm curious if he fully understood what she was saying.
I am sad.
Because I feel like he understood drugs, mom, dad. You can make anything you want out of that. Maybe he thought, oh my gosh, her parents are still on drugs.
Right. Either way, it's not good.
No.
So he's sad. But Memphis explains, yeah, this is why I worry about you leaving me. I have abandonment issues. I basically lost my mom for a while to drugs. I lost my dad to prison. I can't go through losing another person that I love.
Which I understand.
Oh, I completely understand it. I completely understand it. But come on, does Hamza understand it? No.
That's a good question, because he's just sad.
I am sad.
And if you use the words like abandonment, I don't think he understands. But again, maybe you should have explained it better. Don't baby word him.
Right.
But say, mom left me, dad left me. So she goes from baby him saying, me poo poo, me done to, so I was abandoned by my parents. It's like, he just does not know what's going on.
Not a clue. So then we cut to Memphis and Hamza at the apartment. And you just hear Memphis going like, 26? He told me 28. What? Not unless she's 5'3".
So this is not as such of a big deal as I thought it's gonna be. I called it last time. I said, "Oh man, he's younger. He's probably like 21 or 22," which that I would understand would piss her off, because when you're 21 or 22, you're not ready to get married or anything. And I know some people do get married. Good for you guys. But thinking back at when I was 21 or 22, oh my gosh, I was not ready for anything.
Well, not even that, but lying about 7 years is way worse than lying about 2 years.
I almost found it hilarious that he added 2 years.
Right.
Why did you add 2 years? That's so silly.
Like going from 25 to 27 or whatever, because what happened was Memphis and Hamza's sister were talking, and she was like, oh yeah, Hamza is 3 years older than me. And Memphis did the math and was like, oh, that makes Hamza 26, which makes me 8 years older than him, which makes me 2 years older than I thought I was. And it's not a big deal. I mean, Hyatt's like, nah, it's not a big deal. Get over it.
I mean, I would be pissed if someone lied to me.
Right.
But I would be like, 2 years is not a big deal. If you told me that you were 26 instead of 28, it would have been fine.
The lie is worse than the age discrepancy.
Yes. And Memphis kind of said that too. She's like, I don't really care. I cared that he lied.
Right. What else are you lying about? If you're lying about this, what else is there?
And there is more, because now he's like, so are you actually doing heating and cooling energy? Which I literally died laughing because I think he Googled it.
No, we saw the degree.
Yes, but we cannot read Arabic.
That's true.
Because when what's her name?
Rabia, yeah.
Came, and Memphis was like, does he have a degree in heating and cooling? And she goes like, heating, cooling? I don't understand.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's not how you say it in Arabic, right? So
no, but he has some sort of a degree. He went to school for 2 years, right?
Right. So that's good. That makes Memphis feel a little bit better. Because she's questioning the whole marriage thing at this point. She's like, we're supposed to go start the papers tomorrow, but this is a pretty big lie you told about your age. But that lie would have come out when they did the paperwork. You have to put your birthdays down when you do the paperwork. So she would have found out sooner or later. I don't really understand the scam there.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like some people just don't think.
Right.
And they maybe think at the moment, they don't think about the consequences.
And I'm sure when they were talking, the age came out probably their first conversation. There's no way Hamza thinks, oh, this girl's going to fly to meet me.
Hamza could have said like, wait, this is how we count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 7, 6. He's like, me? 28.
Sure.
Well, you should have made up something.
Here's the funny part is they ask Hamza, the producers ask Hamza, why did you say this? Why did you lie about your age? And he goes, I feel older. So that's why I said I was older.
And he said he wanted to appear more mature to Memphis. But again, if you wanted to appear more mature, not to say you should have lied, you shouldn't have. But at least you should have booped it up like 4 or 5 years. Say you were 31.
Right.
You know, don't say
the 2-year thing.
2 years. That's so silly.
Right. And again, if he was 17 and he had to bump it to 19, I get it. It's like, I'm going to go from illegal to legal. But
what do you mean to illegal? Oh.
If you're 17 in a lot of states, I don't think you can be seen as an adult. So you are going to lie to say, oh, I'm old enough to be in a consensual relationship. But 25 to 27 makes zero difference.
Yeah.
It's the dumbest lie
That's
ever.
why I laughed, because it was so unnecessary.
And it is good that Memphis is a little cautious now about, well, if you lied about that, what else are you lying about? Because if you're going to lie about stupid things, you may be a pathological liar.
Yes.
I have a friend. I'll consider him a friend still. I
think I know who
you
you're
know who I'm
talking
about to talk about.
Oh my God.
The guy who gave us popcorn for our wedding.
Yes. We still have the popcorn and it's been over 2 years.
It's like 100
just
bags.
Picture how big that bag of popcorn was.
So I went to college with him and he's a pathological liar. And he would lie about the dumbest things. We would be watching TV and there was some hockey rink on. It was like True Life, I want to be a hockey player or something. And it would be this rink and he would go, oh yeah, my buddy owns that ice rink. And I would be like, oh, cool. Like, I have no reason not to believe you.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, yeah, I went to high school with him. And then at the end of the episode, I found out like the rink was in California or something. I was like, there's no way. And so I'd call him out and he'd go, yeah, I know, I was just lying. I'm like, why do you lie?
Some people are pathological liars.
He goes, I just like to see what I can get away with. I'm like, that is so terrible.
Why did you invite him to our wedding?
I mean, we became friends.
Yeah, by the way, he almost ruined our wedding, guys.
He almost ruined our wedding. Yeah, had a little too much fun, a little too much to drink, maybe something else, maybe, who knows?
He was trying to steal the show and almost ruined the wedding.
Long story short, we lost power for our entire wedding weekend. We were running our venue on generators.
The whole venue, guys, 2 buildings.
Yeah, an inn, a barn, and we had string lights over the barn. And this buddy of mine got so drunk, he was dancing. He threw his jacket into the air and it landed on the string lights and got caught on the string lights. And we thought, oh my gosh, this is going to rip the lights out. We're going to blow the circuit of the generator and it's going to be ruined. But luckily it came down. He got sick, ran outside, threw up, and we never saw him again.
True.
But I just say all that to be like, yeah, if you're lying about dumb shit, what else are you lying about? Because maybe you just like to lie. It's red flags.
100%.
Okay. Whew. I think we need to take a quick break and we'll be right back. All right. We're back. We're ready to keep this Hot Mess Express rolling straight to Panama with
Gino and Jasmine.
Gino and Jasmine. Woo, this was a good segment.
We watched the previews on Friday for this, guys.
This is the
segment we saw. And I was like, this is absolutely amazing. She is so nuts. So nuts. I don't even know how else to describe her that besides being absolutely nuts.
She's bonkers. Yeah. She's they're at the gym. Okay, they're at the hotel gym. And let me update you guys because we talked a little bit about the couple I was working out with the other week that were kissing between each set. If you remember that, I have an update. A little bit of an update. So I was at the gym.
You didn't even tell me.
I was saving it for the pod. Saving it for the pod. So I was at the gym a couple of days ago and I'm working out and I see her walk in and I'm like, no, here we go again. Get ready. And she starts working out and she's alone. And I'm like, thank goodness he's not here, right? I don't have to deal with these awkward makeout sessions every set. So I'm working out and I hear her talking. And I'm like, wait, what? Who is she? Is she on the phone? Who's she talking?
Oh my gosh.
Who's she talking to? And I see her holding her phone and she's FaceTiming her boyfriend.
Get out of here.
While she's working out. And so I'm like, this is ridiculous. Finish the call, get over it, and get back to working out. So she puts the phone down and I'm like, okay, it's done. And I hear her keep talking.
Oh my gosh.
And I look over and she's FaceTiming him. She's propped him up on the side of the machine.
Oh my gosh.
So that he can watch her work out.
People are just too much.
What are you doing?
Some people.
The entire hour she was there, he was just watching her work out. And then she would talk to him between sets.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that obnoxious?
It's very obnoxious.
And it's psychotic a little bit. Like he's got to keep her eye or his eye on her or there's some trust issue or something.
Unless he's a personal trainer and that's how they met.
Ooh. See, I didn't think about that. I don't think so.
But why isn't he there with her?
If you're a personal trainer, I think you would respect the gym a little bit more than to be having makeout sessions in between each set.
That's a good point.
Right?
Now, this is horrible. I hate people who come to the gym, they get on the treadmill or the elliptical or something, and they're on the phone talking.
Right.
I hate it.
You're not getting a good workout if you're busy having a conversation.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about Gino and Jasmine because they're at the gym. She's working off her frustration from that failed Christmas gift exchange.
But when they got to the gym, Jasmine looked at Gino and said, sit here. Like,
down, boy.
He is her dog.
Down, boy. Down.
He is her dog, and he is her dog that she doesn't really like.
Right.
Which is horrible. Who doesn't love dogs?
And I love that Gino's just watching, sitting there watching, going, show me how you do it. Like, is this considered a set? Is that one set?
He looks ridiculous, sitting there with his ugly sandals on, just like sitting on the bench, watching her. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so awkward, so uncomfortable.
What are you working on today?
And even Jasmine's like, I'm used to working out alone. And Gino goes like, I understand. And Jasmine dogs him again saying, good boy. What is this relationship?
Do you mind? Like, can you please just watch quietly? If you want to masturbate, that's fine. But like, stay in the corner and be quiet. Gino's like, okay.
That was a good Gino voice.
Was it? I wasn't even trying that time.
Okay. I don't even know. I don't have words.
Yeah. Oh, forget the custom t-shirts. Jasmine should have got him a leash.
I'm pretty sure she did.
She might have a leash.
Show us.
They use it in the bedroom, I'm sure.
You know how kids have the backpack leashes?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what probably Jasmine has for Gino.
I would not be surprised. Yeah.
No.
Shout out to Nicole, Asin, and May.
Like, she treats him like a tiny kid or a dog that did something very wrong.
Yeah.
Like a dog that peed on her favorite pair of shoes.
I thought you were
like,
going to say
down.
peed on her. I was like, no, she'd probably be into that.
Oh, maybe. But
Yeah.
this is just horrible. And, okay, this cracked me up. Why does the camera keep zooming into Gino's food?
They keep zooming into different body parts. It was like to the feet, to Jasmine's ass. It was just
I get
macro
Jasmine's
shots.
ass, but
yeah, I got it too.
Gino's ugly sandals with his naked feet.
Inappropriate footwear for a gym. Inappropriate footwear for life.
Yes.
So they're there. Jasmine brings up how she's disappointed with the Christmas gift.
Listen, I'm pretty sure my dad has a similar pair of sandals. At least he's married with an awesome child.
I mean, he's not a fashion icon.
No, but I mean, my dad can pull it off sometimes.
Yeah, okay.
I buy him cool shirts with bands.
That's very true.
But anyways.
Yeah.
My dad is married with a child. He's not trying to get laid.
You have to earn the right to wear those sandals.
Yes.
So
you're good, Dad. However, Gino, ew.
Yeah. You'd be better in like water shoes or something. Those would be cooler.
Anything. Put flip-flops on.
Right.
That would have been better than these sandals.
So, okay. Jasmine's pissed about the Christmas gift. So much so that she had to make it up to herself by booking a 4-night trip to an island in Panama.
4 nights for $2,500 American dollars.
Did you forget this guy couldn't afford $500 worth of clothes?
Did you forget that this guy has been unemployed for 7 months?
Yeah. I mean, if that's not a red flag.
And she
mixed
said,
with baby blue.
I am making him pay for this, so I picked something extra expensive because he gave me this toothbrush.
I would be like, all right, see you later. I'm going home. Enjoy your life.
100%.
That's not a relationship, or that's not a healthy relationship.
No.
Yeah, it's
you plan
hard to
things
believe.
together. You guys know we travel quite a bit. We like to travel. I would never just plan a trip, be like, hey, I planned a trip for $5,000. We're paying for it. No.
Yeah, you're
paying
paying for it.
Together. We plan it, we pay it, but we both agree on this.
Yeah, and if you do pay for that and go along with it, Gino, you are just going to encourage that behavior over and over and over again.
Oh, he's on this invisible leash already.
It's sad to see.
Because he is going to pay for it. Because Jasmine said, you bought more expensive trips for your other biatches.
How does she know? Like, did Gino show the receipts to her?
I don't know, but I'm sure if she asks, he answers.
Probably. Gino says, okay, you're worth it. And Jasmine's like, good boy. Good, obedient. Now stop humping my leg.
He's just watching his savings disappear.
Yeah.
Which is so sad for someone who's unemployed.
I know, but he's got to be responsible for this a little bit. You don't need to be flying to Panama, staying in a posh suite if you're unemployed. You could be home looking for work.
He could have bought her a, let's say, Swarovski necklace for like $150, right?
Yeah.
For some reason, Swarovski is really big everywhere outside of Europe. I guess it's kind of big in Europe too, but it's portrayed as like more expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Could have been $150, Gino, not $2,500.
Well, that's Jasmine who's demanding the $2,500.
Yeah, but she's saying, yes, I picked something extra expensive because he didn't give me anything for Christmas.
Well, he's just thoughtless. I don't think it's monetary. I think he's just not thinking. Like, if he was thinking, I got you this toothbrush for Christmas, give it to her on Christmas.
Yes, but also don't give your girl a toothbrush for Christmas.
No.
Or
it could be a stocking stuffer. Maybe it's one part of a gift.
Yes.
But if that's the only thing.
Yeah,
not good.
Yeah.
So Gino's like, okay, you're worth it. I want to take you somewhere that'll knock your socks off. Then we can both wear atrocious sandals like I do.
I was gonna say something like he already knocked his socks off.
So Jasmine's not completely happy though. She can't ever be completely happy. She's still pissed about Gino's decorations. Who's going to combine red and baby blue, right? What was she thinking?
Yeah, she basically, I was watching this whole thing thinking, poor Gino, literally.
Zero money, jobless Gino.
And poor Gino, because
I am sad.
She treats him like, oh my gosh, horribly. Anyways, Jasmine's like, I deserve all this.
I deserve to pick the colors. Why? Why do I deserve to pick the colors? Because I sucked your D more in a few days than your ex did in 7 years.
Wow. While she's doing all this, saying like, I deserve to pick the goddamn fucking colors, she's like yelling at him, like absolutely losing it, crying. And Gino's just sitting there staring at her like a sad dog.
This is the stuff I want to see at the gym. Forget the makeout session. I want to see this. Come on. This is exciting. This will get you fired up. Gino's like, don't say nasty stuff like that.
Oh.
Don't be nasty.
He's
nasty
like,
girl.
are you ducking her?
Ooh.
I'm reading thanks to my iPad.
Oh, good. Your autocorrect keeps it PG.
Yes. Like, are you ducking her?
Yeah. Jasmine, of course, thinks Gino's defending her, right?
She's like, just call the biatch and stay with her. What biatch are we talking about?
I don't know. His ex from however long ago. Who knows? So Gino's like, this is the craziest I've ever seen Jasmine get. And it's starting to worry me a little bit. Like, this is how our life's going to be together.
But Jasmine sees it differently. She says, you always make me look crazy. Meanwhile, she's like losing it.
Oh, no. She completely makes herself look crazy. She's bawling her eyes out. She's like, this is so painful. To tell me he likes the colors that they picked together?
And she, like, her voice gets on this.
Oh, yeah. He's the Benjamin to her Moore. He's the Sherwin to her Williams. Like, he likes the colors that she picked. I don't know why I went like Seinfeld. What's the deal with that?
She's like, that's how painful to tell me he likes the colors he picked together with that bitch.
Yes, it's like, I just want to go home. A relationship ruined over paint colors, folks. Only on 90 Day Fiance could this happen.
Really bad paint colors.
Yeah, she's not wrong. It's a terrible combination.
Gino just should have said, you know what? The colors are bad. Hey, baby, you can pick new colors.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Anyways,
oh boy, so crazy.
My favorite visuals.
We got to meme this.
Back to the hotel room. Gino is sitting alone in the bed, like his hands tucked under a blanket.
Wearing his hat.
Wearing the clothes he was wearing at the gym and the whole day.
It's a wide shot. So you just see him. He looks so small, so diminutive, just sitting there in bed like a sad puppy.
Not even a puppy. He looks like, oh my gosh, what's the word? When you play board games and you have those little figures you move around.
Okay.
What do you call it?
I'm not sure. Like Monopoly pieces? Or?
Yeah, he looks like a little game board piece who just like tucks in the bed. Or like a...
It's a weird reference.
When you bowl.
Okay. Like a pin?
Yes.
Like a bowling pin with a hat on?
When you just like shove it in your bed for whatever reason.
Okay.
And he's just sitting there and being all sad. And Jasmine comes back.
Still crying. She's like, I'm sad because Gino's living in the past. His house, his life, it's stuck in the past. And she admits, and this is big of her, it's something we've known since episode 1. Mm-hmm. She's like, even though I act all confident, here's a secret you guys probably didn't know. I'm a scared animal.
Surprise,
no
surprise.
Shit, Jasmine. No shit.
Jasmine,
you're insecure? What?
You show us every single episode.
I can't believe you're insecure. Yeah. She's scared to have her heart broken again. So she's like, we need to slow down. We got to stop talking about kids. Let's stop talking about moving in together. If you want, go back on your website and find another stupid woman like me.
Well, she sits down on the couch. Gino comes and says he wants to fix this. He wants to talk about how they can fix it. And he actually got a little bit of balls.
Ooh.
Like a half a ball grew on him.
Baby blue balls.
Mm-hmm. And he's like, I want to work it out. Like he drops the F word here and there. And Jasmine said, okay, but you're not allowed to talk anything good about any of your exes. Oh, you are forbidden to talk about your past trips.
They don't exist anymore. Your exes don't exist anymore.
And Gino agrees. And he's like, let's just focus on us and the kids.
No, that's smart. I'm glad he was like, okay, yes, all I want is you. Because if he tried to win this argument, if he tried to defend this argument, no, that would not have ended well.
But he said, let's just focus on us and the kids. Bum, bum, bum.
Okay, so this is where Jasmine says, okay, and if I lied to you a little bit? And Gino's like, wait, what? Lie? About what? And Jasmine goes, well, you've been taking some pills. And I've been taking some pills. I've been taking birth control pills because I'm afraid of getting pregnant.
Yeah, but Gino and the relationship they have, that's probably the smartest thing she's done.
It's a sign of maturity and responsibility, if you ask me, because it shows, oh, I'm not just looking for an anchor baby. I'm not just looking to get pregnant so he'll stay with me and fund my trips and clothes. And no, she's like, this is a real relationship and this relationship's not ready for kids yet.
So she told Gino, well, I'm on the pill because we didn't know each other before. We never met. I wanted to be, we're not ready for kids. And just to remind you guys, he's been there for a few days now, right? So Gino looks at her and says, do you feel like you still need them? Absolutely, Gino. It's been a few days and all you've done so far is fighting.
Yeah.
She 100% needs to keep taking the pills.
Yes. The worst thing you could give her would be a child.
And there's another thing that really cracked me up. Jasmine feels relief because she told the truth. And then she looks at Gino and says, okay, I'm ready to nap. And she goes and naps.
Yeah, she's probably exhausted from the working out, the screaming, the crying.
And she literally lays down and she starts napping.
Sleep like a baby. Yeah.
And I'm like, this
she's out of control.
Relationship is absolutely bonkers, but I'm here for it.
Oh, it's my favorite couple.
I think it's my favorite couple too.
So good. Okay, let's talk about a new couple.
Oh my god!
And I use the word couple lightly because I don't ever think they will couple. But it's Ben, a new character, 52, from Michigan.
Fraser, Michigan. And supposedly Mahogany, 24, San Bartolo, Peru.
Yeah. So we meet Ben. He's got the body Caleb wishes he had. This guy, for 52, for 42, for 32, he is in shape.
Let me ask you this. When we started this podcast and we said, hey, there is going to be another couple, I'm pretty sure either you said that he was homeless or we read it that he was homeless. He doesn't seem like he was homeless.
He doesn't address it yet. And maybe he will. But yeah, I think that he was homeless at some point in his life and then became this fitness model.
Well, it didn't seem like it based on his story, which is absolutely nuts. So let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Ben is optimistic. He is a hard worker and he loves taking care of his body.
Mm-hmm.
His words.
He's a fitness model, which is a 180 for him. And here's where it gets good, because he grew up in a fringe religion of a mainstream Baptist denomination that he says was very much like a cult. And he was raised believing his body was sinful and almost evil.
Wild. I was just staring at the screen. We had to rewind a few times because...
We wound it like 9 times.
What is that religion?
I don't know. He didn't get too into it.
I'm definitely going to research because I'm like, what?
Right. The church controlled him and his family. He couldn't watch TV. He couldn't go to the movies. He couldn't have friends outside of the church. It's, as he said, very cult-like.
But he just realized this recently because growing up, he's like, loving this church, let me become a pastor.
Right.
And so he did. And he married his church ministry partner.
Yes.
They have 4 kids.
Uh-huh.
But surprise, surprise, issues, right?
A couple marital issues came up.
So 7 years ago, they left the church to work on their marriage because in their religion, there is no such a thing as divorce.
Right.
Like,
you're going to go straight to hell.
Straight to hell.
Yeah.
So they left the church, tried to work it out, but it didn't happen. So he filed for divorce, right?
Yes. So
and yeah, you go.
he left his wife and the church after this, right? So he's kind of lost. He's lonely. He goes on a few dating sites, but because of his religious background, he didn't totally understand that whole world. He was not a pro like Gino was at those websites. So he took a 1.5 years off of dating. But a couple months ago, he met the most remarkable woman he's ever met in his entire life online. Who?
Mahogany.
Mahogany.
And as I said before, Mahogany is 24. She's from San Bartolo, Peru.
In quotations, she's 24.
Supposedly.
From Peru. They've been talking for a few months, and Ben feels like they're soulmates.
To be exact, they've been talking for 3 months.
I think he's actually gave the exact number of days. And I didn't write that down because I'm like, that's ridiculous that you've counted it day by day by day.
And I was curious, and he literally answered my question right away. I was like, how did they connect? Like, what's the connection? She's very young.
Mm-hmm.
They connected because they both have love for the Lord.
Oh.
Which he's loving. He's loving this because it's refreshing after him being lost in these dating websites and didn't know how to navigate. There is someone who feels the same, right?
And it's big that they are on the same wavelength there because Ben isn't interested in sex before marriage. So you got to find a woman who's down for that too.
Mm-hmm. Who's down not to F.
Who's not down for the D, right? Yeah.
The NTF.
Not DTF. NDTF. Yeah. Someone put that on a bumper sticker. NDTF. Okay. Sounds like another crypto investment.
Mm-hmm.
NDTFs. Yeah, I'm into NDTFs. So in a week, Ben's going to go to Peru to what he thinks meet Mahogany in person for the first time.
And he wants to marry her.
Mm-hmm. Of course, because he wants to bang. You got to marry before you bang. So he's going to speed that up.
I think he just wants to find someone who's going to love him and be the one person, the person he chooses himself. Because it seems like until now, he was just forced to do things, right?
But this is... Let's be honest, we've only known him for 10 minutes, but he's a good-looking guy. He seems...
Relatively.
He seems somewhat educated. He's got, I think, a decent head on his shoulders, a decent house, a decent job. He could find a woman in Michigan.
Wait a minute, what's his job?
Fitness model?
Yeah, that's not a decent job. The second he gains a couple of pounds, that's over.
Well, that's true, but that means he's going to stay in shape for you and for his work.
Yeah, okay, well, maybe... Let's say it's a decent job. Let's say it's a decent job.
No, I don't think it's his only source of work because I'm pretty sure he said, someone at my job told me I could make a few $100s modeling. So
maybe.
I think that's a side hustle for him.
Well, he has a house. That's a good sign.
Nice looking house.
Yes.
So I think he could find a woman in Michigan.
There's just one thing I'm going to say. He is so naive for someone in his 50s. It's also Gino.
It's also Gino, but it's also the way he was raised. He was raised in this cult that wouldn't let him watch TV or go to the movies. Of course you're going to be naive. You weren't exposed to the real world.
I know, but now he is. So I almost feel like a reality check. Hey.
Right.
Well, luckily, he has some friends who sees things differently. Unluckily, Yeah.
Ben doesn't care. So let's talk about it. Him meeting his friends.
Yeah, he meets up with his friends for lunch who they know nothing of Mahogany. And Ben's like, yeah, I'm cutting cows right now. Want to look good for something coming up.
I wish I was this committed.
I wish I could cut
the
cows
second we enter
for
a
anything.
restaurant, I'm like, French fries, hamburgers.
Are we doing apps? What are we having for apps, guys? Yeah. So Ben's like, there's this girl Mahogany, and I'm going to be meeting up with her soon. And Ben goes, she's a bit younger than me. She's 24.
Yeah.
Friends are like, okay. So they ask all the right questions. Have you spoken on the phone with this woman? Twice. That's good. Okay.
Twice in 3 months.
So far.
Is it good?
No, but at least it's one. Once would be better than I expected. So twice is good.
But here it's where I realized how naive Ben is. He said no video chat, but there's a great reason for it. She's very shy.
Great reason. She's so shy that she can't go live on video, but she can send videos.
I was just hitting my head against the wall.
This is that naivete front and center right here. Yeah, but not completely naive. He made Mahogany send him a video. Okay, so at least he's like, oh, you don't want a video chat? Send me a video.
And I'm so happy that the friends want to see it because I want to see it.
Show us.
In the video,
Yeah.
there is a Mahogany, a nice looking girl with a ton of filters on, saying, Buenas noches, it's Mahogany here.
Yeah.
It's Mahogany here. And that's where it ends.
That's it. And his friends are like, I don't know. It seems a little fishy. It looks really kind of good. And Ben goes, well, she has a really good camera. That's his excuse.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
she's got a great camera. That's why it looks like that.
On the naivety level, 0 to 10, he's like 15.
Through the roof. And then it gets worse because we find out she's asked Ben for a loan.
Well, he's like, she never asked me for money. She asked me for a loan.
Was the loan to buy bigger red flags? Like, what do you need here, Ben? And this is, let's not forget,
Oh my gosh.
3 months. Like, when did she ask for the loan? If you guys have been talking for a year and then, I fell in some hard times. Can I ask you for a loan? I know it's uncomfortable, but I really need it. No, the reason she started talking clearly was for money. If you're asking for money this soon into the relationship, that's what the relationship's all about.
Did I ever ask you for a loan?
No, you asked me to leave you alone, but that's about it.
I never did that either.
No, you never did.
We love being together.
And then we learn more. Ben's been catfished before. He goes,
And I am not surprised.
He goes, turns out it was a man from Africa. You guys know Superstar Soulja Boy, right? Yeah, you got me too. You got me. And all I got was this stupid t-shirt.
I freaking died laughing once again on this episode, but he's so naive that I'm not even surprised.
No, his friends are trying to give him good, solid advice, and he's not listening at all. He's like, I want to marry this woman. I'm in love. God led us to be together.
And he's going to tell his kids tomorrow.
So let's cut to the next day where Ben's trying to learn Spanish, and it sounded like Duolingo to me. There was that little ding ding sound at the end. I was like, I think that's Duolingo. Been there, done that.
You should get back to it.
I'll start again.
But I was just going to say, finally, someone's doing it because he says, Mahogany doesn't really understand English, so I'm trying to learn as much Spanish as I can. Thank you.
Yeah, but he's learning it like a day before he's supposed to go. Why didn't you start learning months ago?
Because he's only known her for 3 months.
I know. So why are you just learning now? I guess better late than never, but you should have started. As soon as you started sending her money, you should have started learning her language. So then we learn Ben has to tell his kids, right? For the first time. They don't know anything about this.
Including his ex, Lisa, because Mahogany is going to step into the stepmother's shoes.
Yeah. And I know we have outfits the segment, sadness the segment. Let me just firm this up and create this new segment, furniture this segment, okay? Because we talk all the time about how what's out is in, what's in is out. There's leather couches around bonfires, right? Here we go again. Ben had like wooden dining chairs outside on his patio around his outdoor table.
I'm pretty sure he just brought it from the inside.
Hey, I'm going to call it out when I see it because we see it a lot on 90 Day Fiancé. Misplaced furniture. Here's another example of that.
What's the segment called?
Furniture, the segment, I think.
Love it. Furniture segment.
I'll come up with a better name. But so they're eating, and Ben launches into his speech about the ups and the downs that the family has been through. And then he just drops the bomb. I've fallen in love with a woman from Peru. She's 24, and we're planning a future together.
Joy isn't very joyful. Joy is the 14-year-old. I think she's the youngest one.
I was going to say, who's Joy?
She's I only got two names. I got Joy 14 and Elijah 20. There was one more kid.
Oh.
I didn't see the name or the age.
Okay, I got Lisa, the ex.
Yeah, I got Lisa the ex. But anyways, Joy wasn't very joyful.
No one at that table was. And Ben says, I'm going to go down there to explore who she is in person. This is God's plan. Shout out to Drake. This is God's plan.
I do like that song. But we learned something else about Ben. Not that he was only catfished by a African man.
Yes.
He also was engaged to a woman who was 18 years younger. They almost got married, but she didn't like that he spent so much time with his kids. Red flag.
No,
so that didn't work.
I mean, red flag for her. That's good that he called it off.
Yeah.
It would have been super terrible if he was like, that's fine. I'll choose you over my kids. Because we've kind of seen some people do that on 90 Day Fiancé.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, so at least he broke that off. But yeah, he's clearly got a thing for younger women.
Yes, Lisa is not on board. Apparently, their relationship is very cold. She's still processing the divorce. So obviously, she's not like Michael's ex-wife. You know, Michael and Juliana.
Yes, Sarah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Michael and Sarah, besties.
Max and Cece, love those kids.
Yes, so this is very different.
This is very different. Everyone is concerned. No one's feeling good about it. But Ben's like, well, let me show you how hot she is. And then tell me what you think.
Joy, once again, says, this is the most fake photo I've ever seen.
Yeah. Oh, this is when Ben goes, oh, no, she has a really good camera. This is when it was. I thought it was with the friends. Yeah.
Oh, Ben.
Yeah, well, she's got a really good camera, kids, okay? All right, you ever hear of an iPhone 10?
We should start another segment. Naivety, the segment.
Yeah, catfish, the segment. Naivety, the segment. Yeah.
So many naive people, but loving it.
This could fall under sadness, the segment, because listen, we've been proven wrong before. Lana exists. Hashtag Lana exists. Maybe Mahogany does too.
And Caesar's girl was her face.
Maria
existed too.
Yeah, so we could be wrong, but come on. I'm excited to find out.
I think Mahogany is about 45 years old. Probably.
I think Mahogany is another Yahoo boy, potentially.
Yeah.
Although, no, they talked on the phone.
Yeah,
So
I think.
okay, she's a female. Mm-hmm. Let's assume, unless there's apps to change your voice, but female. Maybe she's friends with whoever the girl in the picture is because she sent a video of her.
Yeah, also, she could have found it on social media. Please, have you ever watched Catfish?
More than I care to admit.
So we know that it's very easy. You find an account that you're like, oh, look at this girl posting video, posting pics, looking good.
Yeah.
Let me steal it from her.
But the video, and again, if I had to put my money down, I'm going to say she's not who she says she is. But that video is not just a video you would post to your Instagram. Oh, I'm Mahogany, Buenos Dias. Like, who would post that? It's kind of a random thing to just post.
Or it's like
to steal.
a dating site.
That's true.
I don't know what it is. I don't think Mahogany is real. Or if she is, that's not her. But hey, as you said.
Stranger things have happened.
Yes.
Okay. Do we have one more couple here?
One more.
Mike and Ximena. Love this couple. Love this couple.
Oh my gosh.
They're getting some alone time. They're walking through coffee country. And
beautiful.
They have a lot to talk about because remember last time when they were swimming in that public pool and Ximena had to break the news that she can not have kids and Mike was heartbroken and he was in tears. So they need to talk about that.
You can see that Mike is still upset.
Oh, his world has been rocked.
Mm-hmm. He doesn't care about the coffee at all. which is beautiful. He's just like...
He's like, wait, what? I told you I wanted to have kids. You didn't tell me before?
Mm-hmm. He's trying to figure out if they still have future together.
So Ximena says, look, I suffered a lot. When I was pregnant, I had a lot of pain. I was scared. And I didn't think that I would ever have a partner again because I was upset with men. So I got the surgery because who knows? Who knows how many more kids I would have had?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I would have had kids without a dad even. So that's why I did it. It's like, Ximena, you don't need surgery to keep your legs shut, do you?
Well, we learned something that I'm like, wow. Basically, Mike says, I heard about people who had their tubes tied and untied and were able to have kids.
Yeah, if the knot isn't tied too tight, I heard you could just untie it.
Apparently, somehow, as you can... What Michael Scott did in The Office?
Vasectomy?
Oh, vasectomy.
Snip,
yeah.
snip, snap. Yeah, you can just untie it.
That probably would be possible, I guess, but not with Ximena because she did not have her tubes tied. She had them cut and burned, so there are no tubes.
Which is what she said the first time, but we all just kind of thought, okay, well, maybe she got her tubes tied, they were cauterized, and she's just using those words, but I guess it's different. I guess she cut
there is
and burned.
no way back.
Right. So Mike says, well, if you knew I wanted kids one day and you knew you couldn't have kids, how did you think this was going to work?
Well, Ximena said, well, what about Juan David and Harold Stephen? Loving the names.
Yeah. And this really upset me. Like, come on. You're trying to guilt Mike into being their forever father. This guy just met him. He just met you. And now you're like, okay, well, we can't have kids together, but what about Juan David and Harold Stephen? Like, that's not enough for you? You can't just be their father? You greedy son of a bitch. You want kids of your own? Come on. And Mike says, no, I love them as if they were my own, and I don't want to hurt them. So, yeah, 2 thumbs up to Juan David and Harold Stephen. Ximena starts crying and is like, I'm sorry, forgive me for not being able to give you a child. And Mike just goes, it's okay. We can raise Harold Stephen and Juan David together. What a sucker. Mike, I'm sorry.
Michael.
You're a nice guy, but you're a sucker. You fell for it. You're not getting what you want. You're giving her everything she wants.
Yes. Well, let's see. Let's see what's next because we're home and the whole family is there again, which makes me think, I think they live there.
Oh, yeah, it must be a community house. And yeah, they're always there in the morning too. right? They're always just sitting on the couch. So yeah, it's the new day and Mike and Ximena, they're heading out on a trip to Salento.
Yes, a romantic getaway just for the 2 of them. So the family is not coming this time.
Thank goodness. And
finally.
Here's a red flag, right? This season, this franchise should be renamed to 90 Red Flags. But Mike's like, I want to get to know Ximena better because I plan on marrying her. How do you say you're about to marry someone and then in the same breath say you need to get to know them better? You're all backwards. Get to know someone and then decide you want to marry them.
But that's everyone on 90 Days. That's what the show is about.
That's ridiculous.
Why you even...
I don't know. I forget sometimes, right? I have a week in between these episodes and I get some sense of normalcy back in my life. And then I watch this and I go, this is ridiculous.
No, this is what these peeps do and we are here for it.
So they get to Salento. It looks very cool. It looks beautiful, colorful, very lively. Add this to the list of places we need to go. And they get to their villa, which also looks awesome.
Beautiful.
It's got a balcony with a hammock on it that overlooks the mountains. Mm-hmm. All right, sign us up. They change into their swimsuits to hit the hot tub because these 2 love having serious conversations in bodies of water.
Seems like it. That's a good point.
Right? It's a good place. When the tears are flowing, you might as well just be in water because you're going to get wet.
So they're in the jacuzzi. Did you see the beautiful black dog?
Just made a little cameo. Yeah. We're like, oh, that's a swell dog. That's a swell dog. Did you see Mike traded in his Tamagotchi for a phone? He's now translating via phone.
And it sounds much better. So good.
I think we're like, this is going to be a serious conversation. Let's use the power of Google instead of whatever that egg translator is. So Mike asks, what happened to Harold, Stephen, and Juan David's fathers? And Ximena goes, well, we never lived together. There was no real relationship. I just got pregnant by them.
Does Mike know that she got pregnant by, I think it was Harold Stephen's dad, while he was in prison? She just came over and banged it out.
Put her legs against the glass or whatever she said. Held her legs up. And here's sort of what's got to be even more troubling about this for Mike. Ximena just willy-nilly had children with whoever, right? Mm-hmm. She admits, we didn't live together, we had no relationship, I just got pregnant by them. So she had 2 kids with guys she had no relationship with. Mike is in a relationship with her, wants kids, and he's not going to get them.
It's sad. It's just sad.
So sad, right? So Mike's like, okay, tell me more about these people. And Ximena says, well, I lived with a hitman. Right? She says it like she's saying what she wants to drink. She's like, I lived with a hitman. Mike's like, wait, say what? You what? And apparently this hitman ordered Ximena to be killed and locked up.
Yes, he said, okay, you have 3 days to enjoy, then I'm going to kill you.
I would be like, we need to go back to that Tamagotchi translator because this can't be right. Is this right? Am I hearing this right?
And apparently he was a tattoo artist at first, but after a week living with him, she realized that he was a hitman.
Yeah, so she gets this message, sends it to the police, and that's, I guess, the last she's heard of him.
But she doesn't know if he's in prison, what's up with him. So Mike gets worried saying, okay, this is crazy. What if he comes for us?
Yeah.
Like, comes for you guys, comes for me. Like, what's going on? And Ximena says, nah, it's been 2 years.
Yeah. How long is his sentence? It's been 2 years. Mike should have listened to the toy store lady when she said, it's risky. It's risky. It's definitely risky.
My eyes just fell out of my head. I was like, this cannot be real.
Oh, I love it so much.
And I thought that her story about how she got pregnant with Harold Stephen was crazy.
Just when you think it can't get any crazier, there's another episode.
That's why I'm loving this season.
Such a good season, guys.
Knock.
That's the episode. Knock it. Let's hope it's good from start to finish. But, oh man, I love this episode. I love talking about it. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Thank you guys for listening. Make sure you guys follow the podcast wherever you're listening. It's so easy to do. Just look down and smash that follow button.
Guys, Smashy Like is as hot as this season because it's on fire.
Also, make sure you guys are following us on Instagram at Married to Reality Pod. We got merch if you want, marriedtorealitypodcast.com. There's a button for the store. Check it out. And thank you for the reviews. It means so much to us. And we got another sweet review this week. So thank you for that, Essie. We really appreciate it. If you haven't left a review, please do. Okay, I have said it all. Have you said it all?
I've said it absolutely all.
All right, that means we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.